America East title game. The Vermont Catamounts host the Albany Great Danes. The first America East semifinal game that Vermont is hosting. They are the top seed in the 2022 America East tournament. Tommy Burke against Regan Endres at midfield. It's won by Endres and Albany. This Great Danes team, they're the fourth seed in the America East. They've even won at home this year. This Catamount team won the America East tournament a year ago as the 2 seed. They beat Albany in the championship game 15-10. And now they open the scoring against one of their rivals, Albany, in the semifinals. Albany was the 4 seed a year ago. They went on the road and upset UMBC, who were the regular season champs in the first round. But this is a very different looking Albany team. Good lockup right now between Burke and Endres at midfield. And Tommy Burke, the All-American, wrestles it away. Team leader in goals and goals per game, but McConvey, according to head coach Chris Fifes, can be even more explosive. According to head coach Chris Fifes, he's told Thomas McConvey, you need to let your hair down on offense. I'm fine with you taking more shots. Albany, a violation on the faceoffs. Tommy Burke and Ryan Cornell all on defense, all of them first team all-conference players this year. Burke chasing after Endres, and that's a big face-off win from the sophomore Regan Endres. In the first matchup between these two teams this year, Albany's head coach Scott Will Ramos. I don't blame Will Ramos for this slow Albany start, although you have to wonder if Tommy Heller will get a chance in this game sometime soon. That's a violation on Burke, so Albany will have it. Pressure on this Albany offense now. They need to find a way to get something going. Holding a 3-goal advantage, but still so much of this game left. Not even halfway through the first quarter. Lamp for a third time today. Well, I guess he's taking Coach Chris Fifes' comments to heart. Coach Fifes recently told McConvey, I need you to let your hair down on offense. That, according to Coach Fifes, really helps his team in general, but in particular, it's helped the offense find their rhythm. The lead is up to 5 as Burke battles with Endres. It's on the ground and McCormack has it. Unsettled play for Klosterman. He and fellow senior Liam Limoges. Man! Well, I was saying, Tommy Heller in cage, he's known as more of a stopper, whereas Will Ramos is more of an athlete for Albany in net. The Catamounts win it off the draw. Here comes Jackson Canfield.
Albany goal scored by number 44, Logan Tucker, assisted by number 21, Camden Hay.
Burke matches up with Regan Endres again. So far today, Endres has gotten the best of Burke, 5-4 in favor of the Great Dane. Burke picked it up initially, but Endres comes away with it after some good help from his wings. Endres appearances that result in them going to the title game. They missed the America East tournament in head coach Chris Fifes' first season. Back in 2017, the Catamounts missed the conference tournament. But since then, they've been to the conference tournament 5 straight years. In what has so far been a game that stifled all of their momentum. Burke shoves it forward, but Endres was helping it out. That ball still loose, bouncing all over the turf before Gash was able to scoop it up. It's the afternoon for Fenwick.
Scored by number 97, Michael McCormack.
Again, Albany, though, has the inside edge, and they win the faceoff. So the Great Danes controlling the majority of possessions, but with Cornell making 6 saves, 7 Albany turnovers, and Vermont rattling. The Catamounts up 9-3 on the Great Danes as the top-seeded Vermont team flexed their muscles in the first half. Thomas McConvey with a 5-point first 30 minutes. 4 goals and an assist for McConvey as the America East Offensive Player of the Year dominated and helped this Catamount team stretch their lead to 6. Up 9-3 as we begin the third quarter. Albany made that goalie change. Now it's Tommy Heller over his last 4. That is just ridiculous.
Goal scored by number 44, Thomas McConvey.
11 minutes to go in the third, and Vermont's lead to 7. Again, though, Albany controls on the faceoff. They have just been unable to take advantage of their extra possessions. Turnovers haven't bitten them in the... The Great Danes defense just getting picked apart so far today. And now that's a face-off change for UVM. Tim Norton comes in to take the draw. No change, though. Regan Endres still continues to dominate, but that's of note. Tommy Burke to the bench for that face does avoid quite well. Part of what he does best is helping those clearances. Again, Endres does enough to win another draw. He continues to dominate. He's been impressive for the Great Danes. Anxious cheer now amongst this Catamount crowd. And Regan Endres trying to continue what's been a dominant stretch. Burke thought Endres went early as Tommy Burke back in the game. But it is Endres who runs away from Burke and wins it for the Great Danes again. Man, Regan Endres now 13 of 18 on the day. Over his last 5, he has been red hot. Endres coming in over his last 5 games was winning 58% of his draws. Thomas McConvey is that dude.
Vermont goal. His 6th of the game scored by number 44, Thomas McConvey.
I mean, that's ridiculous. He's got 6 goals on the day. Coming off a game where he scored 7. Coach Jake Bernhardt, the offensive coordinator in his 5th year at the helm. Now, if you're a Premier League lacrosse fan, you might know Jake Bernhardt's name. He's a big-time player in the PLL. Right off the draw, McConvey and Burke want more. But as I was saying about the Tewaaraton winner at Maryland, where Jake also played, recently Jared just signed with the Atlanta Falcons. A tie-up now with UAlbany and Vermont at midfield following McConvey's 7th goal of the day. But Jared Bernhardt, little brother of Vermont's offensive coordinator Jake, just signed with, that's right, the NFL team, the Atlanta Falcons. He's playing quarterback after he finished his collegiate lacrosse career at Maryland as a big scrum breaks out in the midfield. A flag came out. Well, after Jared Bernhardt finished his lacrosse career at Maryland, he then remaining. Thomas McConvey continues to climb up all-time record boards. With his 7 goals today, he's now tied for the most goals in a season for any Catamounts. As Tommy Burke does work on the face-off. Enough for Burke and UVM to hold it for a moment, but it ends up going with the Great Danes. The Catamounts are in cruise control. I would expect over the last 9:45, Coach Chris Fifes to dip into his rotation. Tommy Burke goes headlong diving for that ball. It's a short turnaround from Thursday night to Saturday at noon when the championship game is. UAlbany 6.
Vermont goal scored by number 46, Liam Limoges.
Tim Norton on the draw, and Norton wins it for the Catamounts. No Tommy Burke on that draw. He's taken 21 of now 23 face-offs for the Catamounts. But Tim Norton comes on and wins that draw. So it stays in possession. They've already got one team penciled in. That was not so in the America East. And he said, actually, the conversation that occurred was a lot of people felt like in that conversation during the Duke-UNC broadcast that it would be UAlbany or UMBC to come out of the America East. He says, we just have this chip on our shoulder, And we feel like even though we went undefeated in conference, we are still considered by many the underdogs. They're confident. They know how good they are. But Coach Fifes and company have created this atmosphere of a chip on their shoulder. Vermont, an up-and-coming program that is turning into an America East power. Just over 4 minutes remaining and a timeout taken. Matt Schaefer enters the game for the Catamounts. Schaefer, the senior goalie from Natick, Massachusetts. Off the draw between Enders and Norton, a whistle came in.